Right now, a shooting inside a Wisconsin Walmart. What happened?
And another tropical system impacting parts of the United States. We're going to take a look at Nicholas coming up.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
Madison police are looking for a man accused of 2 armed robberies last week.
Police say they're looking for this man right here. He's believed to have robbed the CP Mart on North Sherman Avenue, then the Taco Bell on East Washington on Friday. Police do consider him armed and dangerous. Call the number right there on your screen if you have any information.
Baraboo police, meantime, are still investigating a threat that temporarily shut down Baraboo High School yesterday. Students were moved to the middle school where they spent most of the afternoon. A few hours later, the all-clear was given and students finished the day normally. This case is ongoing. We will have the latest as soon as more information comes out.
New this morning, a shooting inside a Milwaukee Walmart has one person in the hospital. According to witnesses, 3 men were arguing over their place at the checkout line when one of them opened fire. They say other customers and employees ran toward the back of the store. A Walmart employee said she heard 5 or 6 gunshots. Officers say the Walmart will remain closed until this afternoon.
In northwest Wisconsin, the Dunn County Sheriff's Office is deeming the death of 4 people a homicide after they were found inside of an abandoned SUV in a cornfield. The bodies were discovered Sunday afternoon by a man working in the field. Authorities say that the 4 victims found are not connected to the area. They also say that a second SUV could be involved.
All right, you are taking a live look now at Houston, Texas this morning. This is where Nicholas is now downgraded back to a tropical storm. It's making landfall right now. President Biden already declaring a state of emergency in Louisiana. That state is still recovering from Hurricane Ida.
Because of the high amounts of rainfall, the threat of flash flooding, coupled with the fact that southwest Louisiana and southeast Louisiana are still recovering from multiple storms, I felt like the declaration of emergency was a prudent thing to do.
Nicholas is the 14th named storm of this hurricane season, a number not normally reached until mid-November. Chris Reese here now, tracking his home state. Chris, how's it looking down there?
Yeah, some good news happened overnight. We saw a lot of the heaviest rain with Nicholas stay just offshore instead of being right on top of the city. That initial landfall was expected to be a little bit further west, and it ended up being further towards the east. So this really spared Houston a lot of what could have been. But even still, we're tracking a lot of that rainfall through the area this morning. If you're a vacationer, maybe you've been down to Galveston Island, the rain is now moving off of the island. So that's some good news there. But we still do have at least some of that rain coming down right now in the actual heart of the city. So that camera shot that we just showed you when you showed you the live look, it's right here on this highway inside of Houston looking in towards the city. And so that's where you're seeing that rain still come down. But for the most part, things are starting to dry out as you work your way further towards the south. And the reality is we are drier as you work your way throughout the country as a whole. We're not tracking too much when it comes to systems. We have one over Wisconsin right now. We had some showers around the Fox River Valley early on, but even those have started to move on out of the state over Lake Michigan towards the UP. And then our own showers that we had here in southern Wisconsin, those have moved out at this point. So if you're getting ready to head out the door, yesterday was a mess for you and you have a little bit of anxiety about the chance of rain this morning, good news. Things are drying out. That's what to expect. Look at the mostly cloudy skies early. We'll see more sunshine, though, as we move towards the afternoon. 72 right now. Wind still out of the south. That's keeping us warmer, but the cold front is just back towards our north and west. 71 in Boscobel, meanwhile 65 in La Crosse. And La Crosse is a place that typically wants to hang out a little bit warmer than everywhere else. So that's a sign of some of the cooler air moving in. 73 for our friends in Janesville, Waukesha, Watertown, Monroe, all at 70, 71 for Lone Rock and Boscobel. We put things into motion as we go throughout the day. This is lunch, and we're at 72 degrees at that point. So you see what I mean when I say temperatures really stay steady as we go throughout the day. Our warmest part of the day will come around 4 o'clock. That's where we have our best chance to be right around 75 degrees or so. But otherwise, look for skies to clear out overnight. We'll fall down into the low 50s. Tomorrow, we're still in the 70s. High pressure is going to be right on top of us, but that high moves towards the east. That means our wind switch, they're coming out of the south as we start to move towards Thursday, and that is when we begin to warm things up. Southerly winds, 81 on Thursday, 80s into the weekend. In fact, we will start off next week into the upper 80s close to 90 as well before a cold front comes through, bringing a chance for some showers and thunderstorms next Tuesday. We're also going to watch a rain chance with the warm front Friday night into Saturday. We should start to clear things out, though, Saturday morning to allow for a beautiful, spectacular weekend for the rest of the time.
Near 90 on Sunday.
Near 90 on Sunday. I'm trying not to think about it.
You think we could bump it up? Just go ahead and bump it up a couple more.
We'll see. We'll see. If I get lucky, maybe I can bump it down this week.
Yeah,
but it's not looking that way.
That sounds better.
All right, thanks, Chris. 6:05 now. New this morning, Madison police are looking for information on some shots fired. It happened near Milwaukee Street and Fair Oaks Avenue overnight. This response came after multiple people called police, having reported hearing some gunshots. So if you have any information about the incident, call Madison police. Police in Washington, D.C., meantime, they just arrested a man near the Democratic National Committee headquarters. They say the California man had multiple weapons. Capitol Police say the suspect is 44-year-old Donald Craighead. They say he had several knives in his truck, including a bayonet and a machete, which are illegal there. The car also had a swastika and other white supremacist symbols painted on it. Officers on patrol noticed the Dodge Dakota pickup truck around midnight before making the arrest.
Looking ahead to this weekend in the nation's capital, security fences are going back up as they prepare for a big rally on Saturday. The U.S. Capitol Police Board has approved the department's request to erect temporary fencing around the building. Authorities are worried the event could result in similar violence as seen on January 6th.
An update now on the race for governor. Former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish says that she has raised more than $1 million in the first few days after she launched her campaign. Several other Republicans are considering getting into the race but have yet to announce. Democratic Governor Tony Evers says that he's raised $5 million so far over the first 6 months of the year and has more than $7 million in the bank.
6:06 now. Coming up, one of the state's biggest Oktoberfest celebrations canceled this morning. We'll tell you where and why.
After the break, we're going to check in with Josh Breiter in the 608. He is checking out a cider farm.
Ooh.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
I'm Kendall Richards from All Comfort Services. And like many industries, the heating and cooling industry is suffering from a shortage of equipment and replacement parts for furnaces and air conditioners. And it's affecting our area too. So no matter how old or recently you had your equipment serviced, we recommend scheduling a tune-up today, even if it's with a company other than All Comfort. To learn more, give us a call or book a tune-up today at allcomfortservices.com.
The big jackpot game where the next thing you know, it rolls, it grows, and it draws. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. 3 days a week at lottery retailers across the state. Powerball from the Wisconsin Lottery.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip. Run in place at all times.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Now through September 16th, join for just $1 down, $10 a month, and cancel anytime. With tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Don't miss out. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends September 16th.
5 Madison area locations. Stop in today.
Medical bills. Missed time at work. Life-changing injuries. Household expenses. When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. But we've dedicated our personal injury law firm to help take this crippling burden off your back. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now This Morning, winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
The fall season means a lot of fall flavor in the 608, especially when it comes to all things apple.
Yeah, and we're not talking just about the usual apple picking here. Josh Breiter checked out the cider farm southwest of Madison to learn more about the process. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. A lot of interesting stuff about the process, too. Some Madisonians may be familiar with the cider farm tasting room off of Watts Road. So photographer Mark Schilling and I took a trip to the actual farm in Iowa County to see where it all starts before you, the consumer, get to enjoy. We're coming to you from the cider farm just outside of Mineral Point this morning. It is such a beautiful atmosphere. I want to bring in Deirdre Birmingham. She and her husband run this farm, and you've been running this for close to 20 years now?
Yes, we started in 2003. We decided then that we wanted to grow apples organically to make fine ciders, called hard ciders in America. And we learned that you make cider like a wine. So we set out to make a fine cider. You don't make any old wine just out of any old grape. So we decided to find the wine grapes of apples. And we learned the English and the French in particular, developed varieties meant for fermenting. And so we thought, we'll buy those trees. And then we quickly learned you can't buy those trees commercially in the U.S. So in 2003, we took a class on grafting. That's the process of learning to make horticultural plants and trees. And so we started out very slowly and deliberately making the varieties that we thought would lead towards a fine cider and apple brandy.
And here you are now. How many trees do you have on your property?
We're a little too busy to count, but it's somewhere between around 16,000, and we'll probably put another 1,000 in this fall.
Wow. And so these are the apples that you would not just take off the tree and eat?
Right. So we have two varieties that we use for blending, but we focus on tannic apple varieties because those are very rare in the U.S. I can't go buy those from another grower.
So what kind of apples do you have out here? You can even show us if you'd like to here.
Yeah, so I'll show you an English variety called Chisel Jersey, and it is quite tannic. You might call it a spitter if you were to find like a wild apple tree out in a pasture someplace. People talk about spitters, but it is quite astringent in the mouth. It can be, some of our varieties are even a little bitter because tannins in their raw state can have those properties, but you drink them in the glass. So that's where they shine, is the kind of quality, the mouthfeel, the texture, the complexity in your mouth that these can give. So it's been a learning process ever since we started in 2003, still learning how to grow these very unusual varieties organically in our challenging Midwest conditions. But we see the proof in the product. So we do drier ciders. We want people to experience the apple and these varieties that we put into them.
So you guys also do tours. We're going to actually talk a little bit more about that coming up in our next segment as far as tasting too. So we'll look forward to that coming up here in our next half hour. If you'd like to learn more about the cider farm process, you can go to channel3000.com. I tell you what, guys, I learned so much in just a few minutes that I was there, and a lot of stuff that I just never really thought of when it came to cider. I know a lot about wine, I know a lot about beer, but the cider process, pretty similar. You know, she talked about how, you know, making cider is basically like the wine grapes of apples. It's kind of the same process. You go through all of that, and obviously this is a big time of year because they're harvesting all those apples off the trees.
Did you taste any of the spitter apples?
So I did not. I don't even know exactly which one, you know, they have so many of them, but that's the other thing too, is I'm so used to going to the apple orchard and just grabbing an apple off the tree and eating it. I know, and she's like, don't do that. That's one of the things she tells people when they come out to the tours, is they're just not meant for that. They're not going to taste good, but they're going to taste great once you get them into the cider. So pretty cool to see how much goes into that. And I mean, 16,000 trees, guys. Can you think of that? And they're going to plant another 1,000 this fall. So pretty cool place down there. I mean, beautiful down there. down there in Iowa County. I know Lee is kind of biased there, but
Mineral Point is also just unparalleled. I love that town so much. It's stunning down there.
Yeah, definitely worth checking it out. We'll talk a little bit more about the tours that you can actually enjoy and see the farms for yourself coming up here around 6:45.
All right, Josh Breiner, thank you very much.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media. He'd love to hear from you. You can find him at Josh Breiner TV or in the 608 at WISC-TV.com.
6:14 now. In northeastern Wisconsin, Appleton's annual Oktoberfest and License to Cruise have been canceled this year. It's because of a lack of vendors and staffing. According to a release, they saw a 50% decline, 50 in food vendors. They also note that because children 12 and under aren't eligible for vaccines, organizers are worried about COVID as case numbers rise in that area. La Crosse's Oktoberfest, one of the largest in the country, is expected to go on.
All right, here's an incentive to open up a college savings account for your kids. So EdVest, the state's college savings plan, right now will put $50 in any account that you open up. You have to do it before September 26th, though. You can deduct the contributions from your state income taxes, and when the money comes out, it's not taxed. You can go to edvest.com. It's on your screen to open up an account.
6:15 now. Chris Reese here with your First Warn Weather, your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Chris.
Good morning. Taking a look at some of the rainfall that we got yesterday and just giving you guys the latest update. Yesterday, we got a healthy drink of water. 1.15 of an inch of rain is officially what fell at the airport at Reese Manor, measured just under 2 inches of rain. So especially a lot of folks on the west side got some heavy rain that moved on through yesterday. Even still, we're in a deficit, but it's knocked our deficit down because it was over 11 inches. Now we're back to about 10.5 inches shy of where we should be this time of the year. This will likely have somewhat of an impact on the drought monitor, but we've got to wait until Thursday or Friday before we can actually truly see how things have changed. But nonetheless, at the latest update, we are still in a moderate drought and severe drought throughout parts of southeastern Wisconsin. Some good news, though. You look at that 6 to 10 day outlook, and we're still expecting things to favor being wetter than normal as we go through the next 6 to 10 days, and that sticks around with us as we go through the next couple of weeks as well. This is being driven by the fact that a lot of our temperatures have been so warm. Air that is so warm holds more moisture, and thus you lead to more rain chances. So this is going to stick around at least the next 6 to 10 days and at least the next couple of weeks around here through the end of the month as well. I've yet to see that first big cool down of the year, and we may have to wait until October before that happens. Traffic-wise, we are looking at things on our roadways this morning, and we're not seeing any issues. That's some great news. If you're driving in from Portage or Janesville, look for things to be all smooth. Coming in from Baraboo or the Dells, we are all smooth. Dane County moving smoothly as well.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. In an effort to raise money for Hurricane Ida, the NFL is auctioning items from Sunday's game between the Packers and the Saints. Something tells me no Packers fans are buying that jinxed gear.
Maybe it's an opportunity to pick one up for a steal.
Definitely wash it. Here's a list of some of the game-worn jerseys from Packers players. The bidding prices currently range from $500 all the way up to $5,000. Okay, jerseys include Mason Crosby and Randall Cobb. The NFL is also auctioning off the coin flip coin and the opening kickoff ball. You can visit the NFL auction website today if you want to bid.
Sunday's game, probably not the best game to want to remember.
I'm sure a bunch of Bears and Vikings fans are buying up these jerseys and just walking around telling people.
I don't know. But like I said, this could be an opportunity to pick one up because not a lot of people will want them. The Brewers, meantime, Leah, they are red hot. They just won 5 in a row. Milwaukee's defense has especially been impressive. They didn't give up a hit in 15 innings against Cleveland. The Brewers are now 11 wins away from 100 with 18 games to go in the regular season. They play their next 2 in Detroit starting tonight.
Apple is expected to announce 4 new smartphones at its virtual event today. They include the iPhone 13, 13 mini, as well as the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. The devices will reportedly have improved 5G chips, longer battery life, and an updated camera system. 5G really doesn't exist right now, so I don't know that you should be dropping your money on that particular feature.
Maybe I don't think they have 5G here, like in other cities.
No, I think San Francisco, maybe, yeah. Okay. They're also expected to have a faster refresh rate for improved gaming. Apple will also likely unveil the new Apple Watch and the next generation AirPod 3, making all of my devices suddenly obsolete.
I think you just got your watch.
I just got my watch. Come on, people.
Well, late overnight, SpaceX launched a full stack of broadband satellites for the first time since May. The veteran Falcon 9 ship launched out of Vandenberg Space Force Station in California. The space vessel was used to launch 60 new Starlink satellites into space. The program was put on hold over the summer to add better communication between the satellites.
And a quick look at what's ahead on CBS Mornings. Colson Whitehead is a 2-time Pulitzer Prize-winning author of The Underground Railroad and The Nickel Boys. He has a new novel, Harlem Shuffle, and he met up with Anthony Mason to see the places that inspired him to write his first novel.
You literally begin this by planning a heist.
Yes, my Google searches are a mess. You know, how do you dissolve a body with acid? Where do you dump a body?
That actually sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, so hopefully the FBI, I'm not on some watch list now.
Be sure to tune in at 7 this morning, right after News 3 Now This Morning, to catch that story.
Coming up in our next half hour, we're going to hear from an Afghan refugee inside Fort McCoy. The problem he says they're facing.
But first, up next, a competition celebrating all shapes and sizes of fruit. Stay with us.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
The Culligan Connect app from Culligan Water works with our smart, high-efficiency water softener to monitor water usage, potential leaks, and salt, so you never run out. Get more control of your home's water. Contact Culligan Water, the local water experts.
No one has ever reinvented mattress shopping until now. The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. Start with a quick rest match to pick your basic mattress type.
You love memory foam.
I really do.
Then shop the information and rating system on each bed. Did you know you can get great back support with a soft feel? It's true, and easy to find. Mattress shopping, reinvented, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Associated Physicians celebrates 75 years of caring, helping, and listening. Associated Physicians, devoted physicians, trusted care.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
This is Iowa. We just haven't been properly introduced. Say hello to the place where rolling hills meets low bills, where our fields, inside and out, are always growing, and where the fun is just getting started. This is Iowa. So, when are you coming to see us?
Trust the First Warn Weather Team for your most accurate forecast.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. Hey!
I know those kids.
Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, Leah, this is your last morning on the show.
It is.
As a single lady.
Oh, my God. Well, when you put it that way. Oh, boy.
So we're going to send Leah off today to go get married.
I am. this weekend. I have a couple days off to sort of relax and, well, really not relax, just do all of the last-minute tasks that I've been procrastinating on.
So the big day is Saturday.
Big day Saturday.
And you're going to take a week off after that.
Yep.
To enjoy some time with your new hubby.
Yeah, then we're heading out to Michigan, everybody's dream honeymoon vacation. It's going to be beautiful.
Say it with pride. Where
Michigan.
Are you going? We're going to Michigan.
With all my Badger gear, I promise you guys. All Badger stuff.
Well, we're so happy for you guys, and we wish you the best. We know you guys. You're such a natural guy. You're a wonderful couple, and you do it so naturally. You make it look easy.
Aww.
And we know everything's going to go just fine.
Boy, Chris, you make me blush. My heavens. Yeah, I am excited. Jeez. Zach is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man. I'm so excited to marry him. We're doing it in my hometown, surrounded by our family and loved ones. It's going to be an experience.
So if you have any questions about where Leah's going to be over the next week and a half, she's out of here.
Don't check my socials because I am,
right.
Yeah, Zach is going to make me unplug the phone and we're just going to enjoy our time together.
All right. Look forward to hearing all about it.
Will you miss me?
And seeing some wonderful, of course we will.
Boys, you're going to be so lonely. Who's going to make you laugh during the commercial breaks?
We'll find out. We'll figure it out.
You'll be okay.
We'll find ways.
All right, do we have time left for this?
No, I don't think we do.
All right, straight to weather. Give us that bus stop forecast, Chris.
Here's that bus stop forecast for you folks headed out the door. That rain from overnight, it is out of here. So no issues headed to or from the classrooms today. So good weather overall. Temperatures going to stay in the 70s, keeping things comfortable. Your commute forecast looks great as we go through the next couple of days because we're drying out this morning. We're going to be all clear Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm bringing it out. It's the car wash forecast, folks. Mine is full of mud from the heavy rain that we saw yesterday.
You would never leave it that way.
The construction zones around Reese Manor. Lots of mud yesterday. So we're getting that car wash today, folks.
All right, thanks, Chris. Stick around. We'll be back right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
When you run with Sloan's on a John Deere 1025R, you can feel the power. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
A fabulous floor starts now with this fabulous sale. Save up to $500 on carpet, hardwood, and luxury vinyl plank, plus 12-month special financing. Our flooring is kid-friendly, pet-friendly, and designed for living. I'm Brent Ziegler, owner of H&R Carpets and Flooring in Wanakee. Come see us.
I'm Kendall Richards from All Comfort Services. And like many industries, the heating and cooling industry is suffering from a shortage of equipment and replacement parts for furnaces and air conditioners. And it's affecting our area too. So no matter how old or recently you had your equipment serviced, we recommend scheduling a tune-up today, even if it's with a company other than All Comfort. To learn more, give us a call or book a tune-up today at allcomfortservices.com.
Add the finishing touch to your home with exterior paint from Menards. Max Bond Exterior Paint and Primer in One delivers superior adhesion to dirty, chalky, and glossy surfaces. Get 11% off all Dutch Boy paints. Fill gaps and prevent air or water leaks in your doors and windows with DAP Alex Plus caulk. It's great for both interior and exterior use. Get 11% off all DAP sealants now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Scan the code. Deals loading. Deals engaged. Scan the code. Super hot deals. Activate QR code. Initiate savings.
run with Sloan's on a John Deere 1025R, you can feel the power. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Right now, a shortage of food for refugees at Fort McCoy. What one refugee is telling us.
And we had some showers overnight. We're tracking those out of the area, letting you know your commute forecast.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchine.
And I'm Chris Stamford. A refugee at Fort McCoy says that the base is falling short in providing for the new arrivals.
The refugee, identified as AJ, spoke with reporters at our sister station in La Crosse. There are roughly 12,000 refugees at Fort McCoy waiting for visas and paperwork right now. AJ says the cafeteria runs out of food regularly.
Some American military guys in uniform in Red Cross office, they said they were not prepared. And one of them straight away said, you know, we were not expecting you guys to come this quickly here.
So since photos were shared with officials at Fort McCoy, they say the supply chain issues that caused the food shortages have been fixed. Shortage issues have also been reported down in Texas at Fort Bliss.
There have also been confirmed cases of measles among the Afghan refugees arriving in the U.S., causing us some flights to be delayed that are coming to the States.
Operation Allies welcome flights into the United States remain paused at the request of the CDC for at least 7 additional days from today because of recent diagnosed cases of measles among Afghans who recently arrived in the United States.
According to the Pentagon, there have been a total of 5 measles cases arriving among refugees. The infected Afghans are receiving medical care while isolating separately.
Meanwhile, a trailer from Milwaukee is delivering $150,000 of donations to refugees at Fort McCoy this morning. The donation drive, organized by Wisconsin's Concerned Veterans for America Foundation. Vets say they felt the need to help out.
We have more local donation efforts up on channel3000.com. You can also find more information on our Channel 3000 mobile app. In Rock County this morning, a 15-year-old arrested in the murder of a 19-year-old over Labor Day weekend in Beloit. He was arrested at Beloit Memorial High School yesterday morning. Police say they also found a gun in his backpack. This is after the body of a 19-year-old was found Sunday, September 5th on Portland Avenue. Beloit Police Chief Andre Sales says the suspect and victim knew each other but didn't elaborate, and that police are still trying to figure out how the suspect got the gun.
I'm very concerned. As you said, they're minors. I go back to when I was a juvenile minor. I didn't have handguns. I don't know where these children are getting these handguns from. I think the biggest thing is, you know, it takes a village to raise these kids. And I think us as a community, a police department, we need to step up and get our arms around our young people in the city and make sure that we're leading them down the right path instead of the wrong path that they're going down now.
Police will now turn over what they found to the Rock County District Attorney's Office. The DA's office will decide whether to prosecute the 15-year-old as an adult.
6:32 now. Chris Reese is here with your certified most accurate forecast. Some storms looking to be moving out of the area there, Chris.
That's the good news for you as you head out the door. We did have some showers and thunderstorms move through overnight. Since then, those have gone by the wayside. You had some heavier showers and thunderstorms towards the north and west. They made a lot of noise, but they are now out of the picture. And now we're going to start to dry things out as we go throughout today. In fact, we're only tracking what we have to the north and these 2 weakening systems back towards our south. But for us, high pressure ultimately is what's going to be moving in along some drier air. 72 right now, still mostly cloudy. We have our winds out of the south and southwest at 7 miles per hour. Folks, this southerly wind is keeping us warm for now. 70 for Watertown and Waukesha, 73 in Janesville, 70 for Monroe. Winds come out of the north, though, as you work your way just back towards the north and west. 64 in Viroqua, 65 in La Crosse. That's the air that moves in as we move into the afternoon. So that being said, here we are, 4:30. We're at 75. We'll see the clouds try to break up, so we see a little bit more sunshine as well as we go through the afternoon. We'll clear out overnight, cool down into the lower 50s. Some spots make it into the 40s as we move towards tomorrow morning as well. Tomorrow, high pressure is right on top of us. Look for sunshine. Temperatures are staying into the low and mid 70s for those highs. But as we start to move towards Thursday, look for those winds now turning out of the south. And I say it all the time, but that southerly wind, it's one that starts to warm things up around here. It also provides more moisture. A cold front then begins to arrive as we start to move towards the weekend. We're going to watch some chances for some showers developing as we start to move towards Friday night. This is your first warn. We are watching Friday night for showers and thunderstorms developing around here. Those could linger into early Saturday before coming to an end. That's our next chance to see some decent rain around here. This morning rain essentially has ended at this point. So look for the clouds breaking up as we go throughout today. Temperatures warm up to 75 tomorrow, and then 80s near 90 by the time we get you towards Sunday and Monday. Another cold front brings a chance for those showers and thunderstorms as we move towards next Tuesday.
All right, Mr. Reese, thank you very much. 6:34 now. California's recall day is here. Voters in that state are deciding whether Governor Gavin Newsom will remain in office, and if not, who should replace him. President Biden has been in California campaigning for the governor. He called the Republican frontrunner, Larry Elder, a clone of Donald Trump.
The decision you're about to make, isn't just going to have a huge impact on California? It's going to reverberate around the nation.
The recall effort has focused on Newsom's handling of the pandemic. Elder says if he was elected, he would abolish the state's mask and vaccine mandates. Only 2 U.S. governors have ever been unseated by a recall vote. All right, this week's Time for Kids may be a little bit difficult as it focuses on suicide.
Research has shown, though, that talking about it is more helpful than not and can make someone in a crisis feel less alone. Chris Reese here now with some advice from SSM health professionals in this week's Time for Kids. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, this topic is heavy or even scary, but September is Suicide Awareness Month, and it's a good time to focus on being aware of how your child or teen is feeling. SSM health physician Rupa Shah shares some things to look for if you're concerned that someone may be considering self-harm.
Yeah, so there are certain things your kids will start to exhibit. If you notice your child being down, depressed, changes in their mood, if they're becoming more irritable, withdrawn, if they're not interacting with their social circle as much as they were, that includes friends and family, just watching for those changes. Also, like if they're not sleeping as well, if they're waking up frequently throughout the night, having nightmares, bad dreams, or if you notice that their appetite has changed, that they're eating less or maybe more than they were previously, that could indicate some changes as well. Some kids can become really volatile, very angry as well, and some may become more withdrawn. So just any changes in their personality or regular patterns of behavior might be warning signs.
Dr. Shah says that if you are seeing these signs in your child, start by having an intentional conversation with a focus on you listening and hearing them. She also says there are resources such as a school psychiatrist or family doctor, but also other trusted adults such as youth leaders or church pastor. Of course, our Time for Kids Recipe for Health team, we're always asking what you want to hear about, so let us know what health topics you're interested in or share your family's health story online with us at ssmhealth.com/timeforkids.
Chris Reese, important topic to talk about this morning. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure, of course.
6:37 now. Let's take a live look outside. The sun finally up over Madison. Bit of a dreary look at the Capitol this morning. Storms moving out of the area, though. Chris Reese has an update on your certified most accurate forecast after the break.
Also ahead, we continue tracking the bus driver shortage. One state's solution to get kids back and forth from school.
At Pick and Save, every free pickup order is picked fresh and packed with care, or we'll make it right. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids Recipe for Health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
Looking to update your flooring? Surgenians has you covered. Our experienced salespeople will guide you through the area's largest flooring selection so you can make the best decision. And Surgenians' reliable craftsmen ensure your flooring's installed right. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hardworking families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
Delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop any way. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Coats for Kids needs kid-sized winter coats.
At least 6,000 of them to make sure every child in our area stays warm.
Please help us reach our goal. Donate gently used kid-sized winter coats to Clinky Cleaners.
They'll be cleaned and sent to the Community Action Coalition for distribution.
Don't have a kid's coat to give? Go to Channel 3000 and use the Amazon wish list to donate.
Track our progress on News 3 Now and Magic 98. Then donate to Coats for Kids.
Hi, I'm Erin from Oregon. And I'm Christy from Oregon. Chris. Hey, Chris. Plan our day.
Well, good morning, Aaron and Christy. A beautiful day. Now that the rain from overnight has moved on out of the picture, we're already seeing those clouds start to break up as well. So you'll look with more cloud cover in the morning. We'll see less and less so as we start to move towards lunch. And then it's just a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. Temperatures are in the 70s now. They're going to be staying in the 70s, warming up to about 75 as we go through time. Here's radar over southern Wisconsin. The rain showers are now truly out of the picture at this point. We are all dry. That's some good news source, but we are going to track more rain chances as we go through the week. In particular, I'm going to be watching Friday into Friday night and Saturday. That's something to keep your eyes on. Nothing is set in stone yet, but we're going to watch things closely. Now, folks, if you would like me to plan your day as well, I'm putting a call out to teachers, classrooms, students, college students. Send in your videos, groups. Send in your videos. You have a big event coming up or something like that. We'll plan it right here on News 3 Now this morning.
That would be perfect. I'd love to see a whole class do it.
I know. You know, with school back in session, that's one thing I'm looking for. This is an opportunity to showcase your classroom and let me plan the day for it. Showcase your school. Get them on TV.
All right, let's see them. Thanks, Chris. 642, the fall season means a lot of fall flavor in the 608, especially when it comes to all things apple.
We're not just talking about the usual apple picking here. Josh Breider checked out a cider farm southwest of Madison to show more. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning to both of you. Good morning to everyone at home. You may be familiar with the cider farm tasting room on Madison's west side, but we got to look at where it all started close to 20 years ago. John and Deirdre Birmingham have an organic apple orchard near Mineral Point where they grow the wine grapes of apples. Take a look. We're back again from the cider farm just outside of Mineral Point this morning, learning a little bit more about what goes into the process of making Wisconsin cider. Deirdre Birmingham is with us once again, and this is a big time of year for you guys.
Oh, yeah. We're harvesting. We've already done our first apple pressing. So it's all coming to fruition now.
So what goes into making a cider? You know, you say it's a little similar to making wine as well.
Yes, In fact, we have a winery permit at our cidery and tasting room. We have wine fermenters. We use white wine yeast, and we grow the wine grapes of apples.
So we mentioned earlier that these are the apples that you wouldn't just eat off the tree, right? They're specific in making cider.
Right, right. We've focused on growing tannic apples. We do have 2 varieties that are tart eating apples, so we can get aromas and acids and other things that you use in your blend. Because like you're making it like a wine, good wines are often a blend. There are single varietals, and we also do some ciders that focus on a variety, but often you're blending to get all the different components you want in a fine cider.
So part of your tours that you do out here on the farm is you do some tasting. So what do we have out here right now?
Yeah, so people get to taste our classic dry on the tour. So this is the proof in the pudding of what these tannic varieties can do for a cider. So this one has 5 different tannic varieties in a tart apple base. And you met one of those varieties called Chisel Jersey. So not a common eating apple.
Ooh, that's fantastic, yeah.
My husband John likes to say we grow horrible tasting apples. And they're often a little ugly.
For good reason.
Yes,
Because you're able to make something like this.
Right.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like that refreshing feeling too. And what's also cool is, of course, we live in Wisconsin, so you have the Wisconsin apple brandy right here. Here's the unopened one.
Yeah.
And what's really unique is you guys actually will sign and date the bottles.
Yes, we do. We sign and number every bottle. I mean, we started this by learning to graft and hand make our own trees, so we're just carrying that handcraftedness all the way through to the final product.
So I've got to try a little bit of brandy, and this is going to make Leah jealous because she loves the brandy old-fashioned sweet.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's good. That's really good.
Smooth and complex.
So what goes into making that?
So we work with a local distillery, Yahara Bay Distillers. They actually do the distillation and the aging in charred oak bourbon barrels with wild apple wood from our farm. And then we bring it over to our cidery, where we also have a permit so we can package our own apple brandy.
So you guys do the tours, and you actually have some that you're doing coming up here that people can take advantage of.
Yes, even this Sunday, the 19th. We're going to be pressing the apple varieties that go into a cider we call tremlets. So we'll be pressing our tremlets bitter and our Priscilla apples, and people will stand here in the orchard and actually taste the tremlets. They'll see those apples being pressed. And then we have, people can picnic on the farm. We have a cheese and charcuterie box that they can pre-order. And it's just a beautiful piece of countryside, so it's fun to share it with other people, too.
Well, very good. We'll get that up on channel3000.com. Thank you so much for having us out here. We got to do our old Wisconsin cheers here. Cheers to that, and happy cider.
Thank you, Josh.
If you'd like to learn more about the cider farm, you can go to channel3000.com. Again, they do have tours happening. One happening this weekend, and they still have tickets available, so you can check that out. Guys, I don't know what else you need. A charcuterie board and some cider. That sounds like a pretty good trip to me.
Yeah, you know I'm a sucker for anything Iowa County, though. Boy, just gorgeous out there, Josh. Huh?
The terrain out there is just unbelievable. I mean, you have the rolling hills and the bluffs, and it just was a fun drive down there and just a unique area. I mean, their orchard is beautiful. 16,000 trees. You can get lost out there, guys.
Brandy with the view.
There you go. It doesn't get any better than that.
Happy cider, Josh.
Woo, happy cider.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him at inthe608@WISC-TV.com. All right, we are 2 weeks into the school year now for most districts. So let's give you an update on COVID numbers. Hundreds of K-12 students and staff are quarantining this morning in southern Wisconsin. State data shows more than 300 schools across the state have at least 2 active COVID cases. That prompts an outbreak investigation. 3 districts in Dane County have at least 50 each in quarantine. The Madison school districts tops the list at 45 people who have been confirmed positive and 106 close contacts. Those people are in quarantine. Not all districts have public dashboards tracking cases and quarantines, though, online.
Wisconsin isn't alone in its school bus driver shortage, but the governor of Massachusetts now coming up with a pretty unique fix. Governor Charlie Baker is activating the National Guard to help drive kids to school. About 90 members will be trained to alleviate the shortage of drivers in 4 cities. The governor says he can activate up to 250 members to help around the state. 6:48 now. Last night, a pretty big night for pop culture buffs and fashion enthusiasts.
It was the Met Gala. It brought some A-list celebrities as usual, dressed, I don't know how to say it. Some are weird. Some are gorgeous. and they're all unique. So let's take a look at the video.
He's honest, folks. So take a look at singer Ocean Frank's garb. Oh my gosh, and it moves! A green baby robot that matched his hair.
Isn't that not weird?
Then we have Kylie. This isn't Kylie. This is Kendall Jenner. She was wearing, you know, a sparkly gown. The
Very nice.
singer Lil Nas X had 3 outfit changes. You see him continue to, what would you call this? Derobe.
He was smart, and he dressed in layers.
Yes, he must be from Wisconsin.
Exactly, because you know, it may be nice and warm outside, and then you go inside, the AC is going. You can just put that fur jacket back on.
Or you get a little hot, so you come down to your leotard.
Boy, that's a look, huh? The annual event raises money for the Mets Costume Institute. Tickets were $30,000 a piece last night.
You missed it, but Mr. Reese gave us his best red carpet strut.
Pretty good.
We'll post it online so you guys don't have to miss out on all the fun. 6:49 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, parts of Lake Michigan in Wisconsin just got a new recognition. Why NOAA is involved.
First, though, we want to say happy birthday to Gustavo, Levi, Ellie, and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
It shouldn't take a storm of biblical proportions to find out who you can count on. It shouldn't take a 4-foot diameter oak tree in your kitchen to find out who you can trust. It shouldn't take the worst to bring out our best. But sometimes it does. And that's the silver lining.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best Kitchen and Bath Design, Best Roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Come join the amazing team of compassionate caregivers at the one and only Attic Angel Community. Attic Angel Community of Madison is looking for skilled RNs and CNAs and offers shift differentials and on-demand pay, tuition reimbursement, wellness center, and much more. CNAs starting at $17 an hour. We also offer rewarding careers in housekeeping and food service. Apply online today at atticangel.org. Come join the one and only Attic Angel Community.
Another injury claim.
Another denial.
What's the status of that car accident?
Denied it this morning.
Good. Not a fan of paying high medical bills.
Our doctor totally came through.
Good. Let's make sure we do the same thing on the next one.
Denying. It's what we do.
They called the law offices of Hupy and Abraham.
Should we settle this one?
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
All Comfort Services. We're here to make all of your home more comfortable.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
for the morning sprint.
A 15-year-old is under arrest in a murder case of a 19-year-old over Labor Day weekend in Beloit. He was arrested at Beloit Memorial High School yesterday. Police also found a gun in his backpack. This after the body of the 19-year-old was found Sunday, September 5th. Chief Sales says the suspect and the victim knew each other, but he didn't elaborate. Police are still trying to figure out how the suspect got the gun.
4 students and a bus driver were taken to the hospital yesterday morning after a bus crash. It happened on East Washington Ave just before 7:30. Officers say the bus was carrying 4 MMSD students and hit a car as it was making a turn. All 4 of those students are expected to be okay. The bus driver was treated for a neck injury.
Tenants of a downtown office building that houses Paisan's restaurant are still not allowed back in after the city ordered it evacuated last week. They don't believe 131 West Wilson could immediately collapse. Last week, though, 2 people reported feeling the building trembling. There have been past reports of structural issues in the underground parking garage.
If you're going to use the Beltline this week, heads up, expect some more delays. The DOT says 1 lane in each direction is scheduled to be closed for construction as part of the ongoing Flex Lane project. This will happen between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. from today until Thursday. Westbound, the closures will be from Fish Hatchery Road to Verona Road. Eastbound is going to be affected from Verona Road to John Nolan Drive.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has designated more than 900 miles of Lake Michigan as a marine sanctuary. Between Port Washington and Two Rivers, Wisconsin, are 36 known shipwrecks. Researchers believe there could be 60 more that haven't been found yet. It is now one of 15 marine sanctuaries in the entire country. 70% of state employees in Wisconsin have at least 1 dose of the vaccine. That's out of the 30,000 executive branch employees statewide. 87 of those employees have shared their vaccination status, which was required by the state last month. The DOA secretary says there's still room for improvement, but that this is a good start.
Police reminding you to lock your car doors and your house doors. Multiple vehicles stolen from just one home overnight. Verona police say one of the victims had 3 vehicles stolen from their driveway. It happened in the Military Ridge neighborhood. The thieves were able to get into their house, took a garage door opener from an unlocked car in the driveway, and then stole 3 sets of keys. Then another vehicle was stolen from a block away where the keys were left inside the car.
Breaking news overnight, Russian President Vladimir Putin is self-isolating after several people in his inner circle tested positive for COVID-19. A statement from the Kremlin this morning adds Putin is vaccinated and has tested negative. He met just hours ago with the Syrian president in Moscow.
And as you are headed out the door this morning, no issues are expected. That's because the rain that we saw has finally moved out of the picture. So you've got the green light all day long. Beautiful sun now trying to rise above the horizon. So a little bit of cloud cover, but it is fading away. We are at 72 degrees now, 73 in Janesville, and we're going to warm things up to about 75 as we move towards the afternoon. We're going to have the latest forecast coming up during the cut-ins. Stay with us.